Hey guys, welcome to another video. It is officially cycle 35. So today is cycle day 4. I didn't film a pregnancy test on 13 DPO because I didn't do one. I woke up feeling like I was gonna get my period. According to Mira, that would have been 14 DPO, so maybe Mira was right after all. So we are officially in cycle 35. A few things are kind of technically going to change as we're moving forward. Nothing great, nothing like what a lot of you, well, I get mixed messages. So let's kind of, I'm not going to let my ADHD kind of jump around right now. Let's try and take it, in order. So number 1, it is cycle day 4. It is what it is. We're in a new cycle, new hope. We are jumping forward into a new cycle. We are continuing with our TTC at this point. The 2 things that I am going to be looking into, hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm waiting on a phone call for a specific appointment. We are going to be looking into 2 things, basically. The first being my tubes and whether or not they are all clear and all good, 100%. We're going to look into that. And number 2, scar tissue. So we have discussed, and I think I have mentioned this in a previous video, we have discussed with my doctor previously the possibility of scar tissue due to the nature of my cesarean, due to the way I feel, due to multiple things. And that scar tissue is probably a pretty high, probability of existence and of, because the issue with scar tissue when it comes to the womb, when it comes to your uterus, basically, let's speak more, is if you have a fertilized egg that is ready to implant, the embryo is ready to implant, everything is good, and it tries to implant in the side of the uterus that has scar tissue, it will either not be able to implant at all and will simply just go on its way, or it will try kind of implant, not be able to hold on basically, and things end very, very soon. That is my understanding of it, the way my doctor has explained it to me. Don't forget, I'm not a doctor, guys, so this is just me trying to conceive and what information I have. So we are going to be looking into that. I think the thing with that is, you have slightly diminished chances with one thing, slightly diminished chances with another, slightly diminished, it's a Russian roulette of will everything get through, and if there is fertilization, will it implant on the right side of the uterus where everything is perfectly fine and ready to go, or will it go on the wrong side? And yeah. Anyway, we're not thinking that. I'm going to look into those. We had a bit of a chat with hubby, and he's kind of reached this point where he's happy to keep going for a little while longer, as we are. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's okay. Yes?
I want to make jelly squishies like this.
Jelly squishies. Me, on the other hand, I'm reaching a point where I feel like 2024 is kind of the last year that I can do this. And what do I mean by that? I mean, a lot of people say to me, oh, you're young, it's early, you should look into, anything's wrong so you can fix it and then try. And I'm kind of like, if it doesn't happen naturally, I mean, other than looking to see, maybe like there's a tube blockage, or maybe like there's something that, other than that, I just kind of feel that if it doesn't happen naturally, Iris is turning 4 and Angel is turning 7, and the gap just feels like it's getting larger, and in my mind that's the time I'm running out of. Not necessarily my age. I'm 33. I feel like there are women who have babies at 35, at 38, 39, 40. I don't think, there are ways to do that if you really, really wanted to in multiple ways, but I feel that my timer, personally, is the difference that I wanted between my children in age, and that is definitely becoming a larger and larger gap. With that being said, we are going to be looking into those two things that I said. And if I'm being honest, I do feel like 2024 is just, it's going to be a deciding year. Because as I said, happy is more than happy to kind of stop slowly, eventually. I do feel like I'm going along the path of how long can you keep going like this? And I don't, honestly, I used to really get upset over comments like, oh, it's obviously not going to happen. Why do you keep trying? I think I had like a comment like that a couple of days ago, and I was just like, why would you say that? Like, honestly, I can't understand why on earth you would say to someone who is trying to conceive, you can obviously tell it's not going to happen, so why do you keep trying? Like, why not give up on life and just die, basically? I know it's like far, but that's kind of what you're saying. Like, when you say to someone, if you can see that something's not going to happen, you might as well give up. Then why do we exist in this world? Hope is a very big thing. Hope can get you through. Hope can make you keep on trying, and right before you give up could have been the moment when it would have happened. So sometimes, yeah, if you don't want to see it, I mean, I know I do get a couple comments every so often on like why I post negative pregnancy tests and why I kind of keep posting and stuff, and I'm like, because this is the reality of it. Like, this is my reality. I'm trying to conceive every cycle. I am hoping beyond any possible, like I can't even express how much. And the tests are negative. The result is not what we want. That is the reality of it. And that is the reality for so many people. So if I were to just wait until I got a positive pregnancy test to post that, then everyone would be like, oh, okay, so there's something wrong with me, because whoever I'm seeing on the internet is just posting positive pregnancy tests. They're just achieving their pregnancy and that's all good. There are people who are struggling. There are so many people who are struggling. And I don't think there's anything wrong in sharing that I am struggling and that I'm getting negative after negative. And I don't know, that's just me. I don't know what do you guys think? Yeah. It's just like a lot of those kind of comments where people are kind of like, why do you keep posting negative tests? I'm kind of like, that's what I'm getting. That's unfortunately for me, and I'm so sorry that it's upsetting you that I'm not getting a positive pregnancy test. I appreciate the emotion, but it's YouTube. Everyone is free to watch what they like. I'm not forcing anyone. And I know that the people who watch and the people who support me are people who are also struggling, people who are also trying. There's a lot of you who have already had their babies and you're just here because, I don't know, you like this funny old face. But that is what it is at this point, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video kind of going into a bit more detail about kind of our thought process and this year and how we're moving forward, because I know a lot of people don't watch like every single video, and this is more of a, yes, AF showed up, the cycle is a dunner. So a lot of people don't watch these videos, but I will do a separate video kind of talking a little more in detail about what we're doing and the thought process and everything. I do want to share that with you guys. I'm definitely taking it a day at a time. We're definitely going along the path more of faith and hope and just trusting that if it is meant to happen, it will happen. With a few little, like just making sure a couple things are as they should be. Yeah, and we'll see how we go. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.